This next option is kind of important because it links the loop points and time selection together, and it's on by default. So you may not realize that when you make an edit selection, you're really doing two things at once. Up here is our loop point. If looping is turned on, it's going to loop over and over again. But it's also an edit selection. So if we bring in some audio, we can highlight and cut it and make our edit based on the time selection. But they don't have to be the same thing. They could be separate. Let's undo that. We could unlink them and create a loop point up here in the ruler that's still going to loop. But now we can make an edit selection right over here or over here and edit this by cutting it while this is still looping. So the edit selection and the loop points are now separate, which is really helpful for editing while you're looping. So if we undo this, we might want to loop this section over here, but at the same time, do some editing to it. So we can go over here and cut it, cut over here, while looping all at the same time. So it's a nice feature to have, but linking is on by default. So we select over here or over here, our loop points and our edit selection are the same. Now the next option over here is to clear loop points by clicking on the ruler. This is off by default, but if we turn it on, now if we make a selection over here, we can clear it just by clicking the ruler up here. So it saves us from having to hit escape, because normally we do this, hit escape, and it clears it. But sometimes it's quicker just to click on the ruler, and it clears it. The next option down over here is to clear time selection in the arrange view. If we choose this and make a time selection, we can click anywhere in the arrange view, and it clears it. So now we can do the ruler or the arrange view over here, or even up here by the labels, and that clears the time selection. But it's important to note that this is for time selection and this is for loop points. Now when they're linked over here, it doesn't really matter. They're both the same, but if we separate it, but keep these two options on, we can create a loop point up here, an edit selection down here, and now if we click the ruler, it clears the loop point, but not the edit selection. Or if we click in the arrange view over here, it clears the time selection, but not the loop point. So it's a quick way of separating the two things. Because if we hit escape, it's going to clear both of them at the same time. So it's a lot more useful to do one or the other. Click the ruler to get rid of the loop point, or the arrange view to get rid of the edit selection. But if they're linked, it doesn't matter, because either one will work. But these are both off by default. So we have to use the escape key to clear our time selection or our loop points. Now in the next video, I want to show you how to deal with zooming using the vertical and horizontal zoom centers. Let's go.